Joe Kernan will take a 23-man squad to Australia in November for a twogame international rules series against Australia. 3 names in Kernan's squad are already nailed down. Those 3 play their football in Australia: Laos and Geelong's Zach Tuahi, Tyrone and Essendon's Conor McKenna Mayo, and the Gold Coast Suns' Pierce Hanley will be the 3 AFL players in the Irish squad. Speaking at the announcement of Irgrid as the Irish team sponsor, Kernan said other Irish AFL players wanted to be involved, but that it was hard to look past the trio he selected. "We only have 12 of the boys out there that are playing, but it was hard to bypass these 3 guys who played 21, 17 and 15 matches, and were probably 3 of the best out there." Zach Tuahi, I know from reports, will probably be in the running for Player of the Year. Now Geelong were beaten last weekend, but has had a fantastic season. Him and Pierce changed clubs, which Irish lads normally don't do that, but it was for the better of themselves and they both played very well. Conor just oozes excitement and the joy of the game, great skill levels. Pace, power and accuracy would be the 3 things we're looking for players. Kernan joked that he's hoping to get some inside knowledge from Tuahi about Chris Scott. The Aussie manager works with Tuahi at Geelong. It's not the only knowledge which he believes the Irish AFL players will bring. "Looking back on the game 2 years ago, it was an eye-opener for me playing 4 quarters. Do you try and keep a high tempo in each one of them, and fear sometimes you drop tempo, and it's about keeping your shape. We didn't have an outlet for the ball, and to have those boys Tuahi, Hanley, McKenna Barron to be able to talk us through things the way they do it. The one thing the Aussies destroyed us on the last time, when they made the mark, they were able to put 2 punt passes together and get themselves to the D. We were lucky enough then that we weren't able to score too many of them. But if we can do the same, it'll make our game a lot easier." The 20 Irish-based players will be whittled down from a list of around 55. The first trials took place in Abbottstown at the weekend. 26 players turned up. That will increase to 36 this weekend. One player who will not be involved is Lee Keegan. The Mayo man was Ireland vice-captain 2 years ago. He has picked up an injury, the nature of which Kernan was unwilling to specify. Trials clashing with club fixtures has been a problem. Though Kernan is willing to work with players, he also sees the need to put his foot down. "Some of the boys played last weekend with club matches. Next week we're having to step it up and say, hey boys, if you have a club match on a Sunday, you still have to be there on a Friday night. I'll only play 1 quarter. We have to work with each other, but if they don't turn up, they can't expect to have a chance to impress." Conor McKenna is one of the Australian-based players who will be available to train in Ireland. Has been home since earlier this month. There's a chance that Pierce Hanley will be home too. With a baby just arrived, Zach Tuahi will be unable to link up with the squad until they get to Australia. Joe Kernan expects to name the Ireland squad in 3 weeks for the games which take place in Adelaide on November 12th, and then in Perth on November 18th. In attendance at the announcement of Irgrid as team sponsor for the international rules side that will travel to Australia over the Twotest series in November, are Ireland international rules manager Joe Kernan and player Conor McKenna. Irgrid is a stadium company that operates the national grid in Ireland. Irgrid's task is to deliver a safe, secure and reliable supply of electricity now and in the future. Photo by Sam Barnes, Sportsful.